Hey guys, welcome to 8.2, where we're working on the mean of the data set. The mean is the average, and we're also continuing our study of the median, which is the middle. So for number one, I want to read all that off. In a constant effort to improve service, We Sell It All asks its clients to rate their online shopping experience by giving it a rating of 1 to 10. Alright, so they're getting some ratings from their customers. Rate of 1 is poor, and rate of 10 is excellent. So your job is to try to figure out how to make sense of this data. So somebody must have made a dot plot of the data, and you're going to analyze it. So number one, describe the distribution of the plot. Alright, so one way you could analyze that is to kind of make one of these things and see what do you think about that. Is it left skewed, symmetrical, right skewed? What do you think about that? Letter B. What do you think the mean and the median of the data set will compare? How do you think the mean and the median of the data set will compare? Explain your reasoning. So you're making a prediction here. Okay, predict. Okay, you predict it. Okay, what do you think of the medium number, the middle number, the median versus the average, which is the mean? Calculate. Now you got to calculate the mean. So I'll explain it, and then you should pause it while you do this. To calculate the mean, you have to add up all of the values and divide them by how many there are. As you recall, we learned something today. We learned some symbol recognition. So the mean is the summation of all of the values divided by how many there are. Okay. So for this one, you'd have to add up all of the numbers. We got 1, 2, 3, 4. That'd be 4 here. And this one is 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. Or you could say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 times 2 is 10. I'm going to put on the top how many there are. There's 5 here, there's 4 here. So I'm putting the value down here, and then how many there are there. How many? Alright, I'll just do one more and that's it. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 6 times 3 is 18. There's 6 of those. So you want to add up all of these. Okay, figure out all of these and then add them all up and divide it by all of these added up. Okay, which is what this means. Add up all of the values divided by how many there are. And that will give you your mean. So go ahead and pause the video here while you do that. Alright, now that's how you find the mean. Now how do you find the median? Now we made up this symbol over here in our class for median, and instead of writing all these out, you can use an idea that I picked up from another student. How do you find the middle number? Let's say, well, you have to cross this one, cross that one out, and then that one, and that one. So we're going to try to find where the middle number is. See, I'm trying to cross out. Okay? And once you get to the middle, you'll know where the median is. So go ahead and finish those off. And my guess, it's going to be somewhere around here, but figure out where is the exact one. And if you get 2 of them in the middle, then just average them out and you'll get the median. And go ahead and pause this now while you do that. Okay, assuming you found the median and the mean. Now, letter D says, which measure of center do you think best represents this data? Okay, now the measure of center that we're talking about are these two. Which of these best represents this data? Okay, now you look at the graph and see what the two numbers mean, and which one do you think represents the data? So if you were going to describe, if you're going to tell your boss, or if you're the boss, which one represents how many stars you get? Is it the mean, or is it the median? Is it the average, or is it the middle number? Go ahead and describe that to the best of your understanding, and pause it now while you do that. Okay, before you get to the next page, I want to talk about median and mean a little bit. Let's pretend there's a room. There's a room. Go ahead and do this on the side or a separate paper. And there is 5 people there. Okay, there's 5 people, and one of them is 5 years old, and the other one is 10, and the other one is 50, and then there is a another person that is also 50. Okay, so there's 4 people there. So 4 people, not 5. So then we have to line them up in order. So we have 5. Oh, they're already in order. Okay. Well, let's make it 5. This way we can have for sure have a median. There we go. So we have 5 people there. So the median is 10. That's the middle number. And the mean is, okay, we have to add them up. 1 plus 5 plus 10 plus 50 plus 50 divided by 5. Okay, so we're going to add that up. So we have 100, 160, 110, 115, 116. So 116 divided by 5. Okay, so that would be, let's see, 5 into 100 is 20, and 5 into 16 is 3, so it would be 23.2. Now, look at this comparison. The middle number is 10, but the average is 23.2. They're very different from each other. Okay? So, the idea here is if these two are very different from each other, that means that the numbers inside the ages are spread out. Okay, they're spread out. If they are very different. This one's 10, that's 23. Now, let's compare that to a different room of kids your age with the same number of people. How's that? Cool. So let's put these in order. So we have 14, 14, 15, 15, and 16. The median, okay, is the middle number right there, 15. And then the average is, let's see, 14 plus 16, that's 30. And then 15 plus 15, that's another 30, that's 60. And then plus the 14, so that's 64. Divided by 5. So the average is, let's see, 5 into 60 is 12. Oops, that's actually not 64, it's 54. There we go, 54, not 64. So 54 divided by 4 is 10 and 40. Oh my goodness. Okay, I am losing it. It's actually 44. This is 30. This is 30. Excuse me, 30, 30, 60, and oh my goodness, 74. Holy moly. Jeez. Get it together, Quinones. So 5 into that is 1, 24, 4, 20. Okay. The average is 14.8. Now compare the middle 15 and the average of 14.8. They're very close to each other. What this means is that the numbers are all very tightly packed. They're close to each other. Versus this one, that the mean was 10 and the average was 22. It means the numbers are very spread out. The values are very spread out. All right. So it's very, very important to understand the difference between the two numbers that we get. It's called the central tendency that we get from getting the median and getting the mean, which is the average. Okay. All right, guys. So go ahead and finish this off, and then on the back page, do your best to figure that out. Post some questions on Schoology for others to help you. Okay. Bye bye.